All right, welcome to today's show. I want to talk about taking a leap of faith when it comes down to just whenever you're going to do something new. Which let's be right with, if you're going to really, it comes down to if you're going to step into and live your purpose. That is a leap of faith, and it never won't be. I'm not to get tripped up on double negatives here because it can sound really awkward, but it's the reality, right? We always wish that things would be more clear, right? Like, like what's reasonable, what's safe, what's the rational kind of reasonable acceptable path, right? But if you do that, if you take that path, that's it's settling. It's taking the known leads to the known results, right? But I mean, in entrepreneurship, the journey is always a leap of faith. It's just it again, it never won't be, right? Because you're charting out into the unknown, whether it's unknown territory of something new, which there's very little of that, right? Because there's not really anything completely new. Even with AI coming out, it's not. It's always solving known needs, right? So on that level, it's not. That's not the unknown. What's unknown for us is to step into, excuse me, our own value, our own self worth, right? To do something that is unknown to us. So this thing that I see regularly is people sitting there with the ball in their hands, right? And if you're like this, it's not no judgment, no shame. And of course, right before I go live, I'm like the world's biggest yawn, and I'll probably have more, so I apologize. That's whatever it is about this time of the afternoon, and it just hits me. But right, that's what calling is, though. It's like you've been given something to do, right? You can put that as that's the balls in your hands, and it's your time to go make a move. That's your calling. That's your purpose. Is okay. I've been given gifts and talents. I have a right. That's what gift. I have a gift. What's that? I have a gift to share. Well, who gave you the gift? First of all, right? That's so funny. It's such an interesting conversation to have because if you have a gift, it was given to you. That's God given. So that's your God given calling and purpose and gifts, right? So all that means is that you're already perfectly equipped to accomplish whatever it is that you feel called to accomplish, right? That calling that you feel within yourself. And if you don't feel that, you're just then I don't know, then you're probably not. You're probably not, it's not that there's anything wrong. It's just right, then you're probably not exploring entrepreneurship. But anybody that I encounter that it is in my realm, in my world, I say, well, then we have a similar experience of the feeling of a calling, right? What's that mean? Well, it's like the calling out into the unknown. It's like Abraham, go into a land I will show you. It's not, it's, and that's it. So it's a leap of faith. It just comes back to that. It's always a leap of faith. You're going into the unknown. You're going to chart a new course in your life, doing something new, probably leveraging your past expertise and experience to create that, right? But it's the unknown, and it's not going to become easy. It's what how do I put it? It's I mean, taking a leap of faith, it's like what we can kind of get used to that, but at no point does it diminish that it's always a leap of faith to go to the next level, whatever that is, right? Maybe you've been coaching for a while, so directly in my world, right? I work with coaches, right? So either you've been coaching and you're ready for that next level because you're realizing, okay, I've got a lot more to offer and I'm not doing it right now. So there's a calling, right? Which is something out here calling to you. It's not that we don't wake up and decide, oh, this is my calling, right? As though we call to it. It is calling to us, which is our higher self, your higher potential, your higher calling. Because all of that, again, that's God given. It's who you're meant to be and what you are meant to do in this world, which is how you're going to serve others and make a deeper impact. So it's not like we have to make this stuff up, thankfully, but you discover it, and when you discover it, what you're real is you're going to have that connection in your own heart, that sense of a drive, of a desire, of something is missing, something is lacking. Well, of course, and that's rightfully so because we're meant to fulfill all that. Excuse me. Yeah, man. I didn't think I was going to yawn this much, but oh well. Keep rolling. Yeah, your calling is just that. So you're meant to go and fulfill that. You're meant to go pursue that, and it's not. Once again, a leap of faith. It doesn't come easily. It just doesn't. But the biggest enemy that gets in the way is our own self doubt. Oh, can I do this? Do I really have like the credentials? Think I need some more certifications and all these things. And we come up with arguments against our own calling and purpose. Oh, it's not. I don't know. It's not the safe path. If you take the safe path, you're going to settle. Just straight up, right? You're going to settle, and then you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed with yourself. You're going to be disappointed with your results. You're going to be right. There will always be an unfulfilled part of yourself, and that is always going to be pain. It's an existential pain. That's what it is, right? And that existential pain comes from, well, that I didn't bet on myself. I bet on the safe path, and I got the safe results, which are the reasonable, results, and those are kind of boring and dumb. It's just boring and dumb to not live your purpose, because you'll always be dissatisfied, and all the security in the world can't. I mean, you don't find security when you create it ultimately, right? There is no security outside of you taking the action to make your dreams a reality. And you have that capability. Once again, when you tap into calling and purpose, it's not like you just wake up and make that stuff up. You're already designed to achieve that, right? So there's nothing lacking until we see ourselves as lacking. That's the crisis. That's what has to be conquered. That's the fear, because the fear comes from the lizard brain, that part of our brain that is just wired for survival, which is based on, well, yesterday we didn't die, so let's do that again today. But now your calling is to go into the unknown. That's terrifying to the lizard brain. It can't see that, right? It can't visual. It's not. That's why visionary leaders are so rare. Is because the majority of, I mean, first of all, it's not everyone's calling to be a visionary leader, right? So I'm not trying to criticize the majority and say that they're less than by any means. But I mean, if you have a vision, that already separates you from the norm, right? And you're meant to achieve that, and you're already equipped to achieve that. The only way that you can prevent yourself from achieving that is by getting in your own way. That's the number one thing that we do, is get in our own way with limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, fear. It's all fear-based because we're going into the unknown, and it's like, oh, that's scary. Oh, I can't see it. I don't know. We haven't done that before. Well, of course not. It's the unknown. Every time you're building something new, it's something that I haven't done before, and so the fear gets in the way, and you have to conquer your fear in order to achieve your purpose, your calling, and to do anything significant. Otherwise, if fear rules you, if you're just going to live in the comfortable known, you're not going to move forward in life. So you have to conquer fear in order to transcend it, to surpass it, and achieve something greater, which is our calling, our purpose. It's there waiting for you, right? And you're already equipped to achieve it. It's a matter of living it. So that's really it for today, at least right now. I mean, that's a huge topic. I'll come back to, but I mean, the bottom line is you're already designed to achieve whatever it is you feel called to achieve, right? That means you're already perfectly equipped. It's not a matter of, am I worthy? Do I deserve it? All these kind of things just get in the way. They're all fear and doubt based, and they're really just a mask for some form of insecurity. And the more that we just get out of our own way, then the more we can flow. We're talking about the flow state. What does that mean? It's just when you're doing what you're meant to be doing, right? When you're not wasting your time doom scrolling on social media, or wasting your time trying to build something that's not even right for you, or trying to be somebody that you're not. Right? And you just can be yourself authentically and do what you are meant to do. That's flow state. And when you're doing the right thing, everything flows. All right. That's a wrap for today.